For the final time in 22-23, my friends, live from Rogers Place, you can play La Bomba. The Oilers reach the 50-win mark. The Oilers do a whole bunch of other crazy things tonight. And realistically, in a game against the San Jose Sharks that meant so much against a team that had nothing invested in it, as the Sharks did, the Oilers come through with the result, and that's, again, another sign of exactly this team we're watching this year. This is not the same Edmonton Oilers team that even in 2022, as part of this season, we were watching. This team shows up night in, night out, comes to play, and has set themselves up for potentially the best playoff spot we have had since, 1990? 1988, somewhere in there. It's crazy to think how long ago it's been since the Edmonton Oilers have looked this good going into the Stanley Cup Playoffs. We win 50 games in a season for the first time in a heck of a long time. Fourth time in franchise history. And like I said, we finished with that 109-point season. A month ago, I would have told you it was probably impossible for the Oilers to outdo their point total from last year. A month ago, I was just worried about getting to 95 points. And a month ago, I didn't know if the Oilers were going to win the division. Tonight, post-game between the Kraken and Vegas Golden Knights, depending on the score, we may have just done it. You know what? Somebody did comment, and if you're listening, you know who you are, that take aged like milk. Well, it took down to the Oilers' final buzzer in Game 82 for them to decide if it was going to. And I, for one, will be glad that it might have. Oh, bless me there. But, yeah, I guess to wrap up my thoughts here, friends, before we really try to wrap up this game, as you're coming to me to wrap up the season and the game. For one final time, the Oilers go out and win. They get win number 50. You get Stewie Skinner and Vinny Desharnais doing their big high five at the end of the game. Skin and Vin, or whatever they say it is. Hey, it's become a big theme here in Oil Country. But no, it was a special game tonight. Special season so far. And I think I've been pretty emotional all night, but that's to be said. Hey, you know what? Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. So, that's what you need to know. And let's see here. I appear to have just gotten... there it is. Perfect. That is good to go. Perfect. Looks like that just punched through. Don't mind me. But, yeah, no, it's been a very, very special year. And for the Oilers to get the job done, Leon Draisaitl is second all time now in power play goals scored in a single season. Obviously, Matthias Janmark had a fantastic game, and Sportsnet doesn't even know how to properly advertise the Stanley Cup playoffs for you, because we actually don't know what the schedule is going to be down until the end of tomorrow when the Colorado Avalanche decide if they're going to win that game or not. That's crazy, right? The Oilers could win the conference, the Oilers could win the division, the Oilers could finish second. There's three outcomes here, and who our opponents are depend on a bunch of other crazy, absolutely insane to me math that I don't know if I can properly explain to you after doing a 2-hour and 41-minute live stream as the Oilers beat the Sharks 5-2. So now you're coming to me here saying, Tyson, shut up, stop getting emotional, and just tell me what I need to know about this hockey game. Well, it's another night where, like I said, the Oilers, they came to win this hockey game through and through, and we knew that from the start to finish. And obviously the results speak for themselves. 36 shots on net for the Oilers, 29 for the San Jose Sharks, so a fantastic night by Stuart Skinner in net. It's a low-event hockey game, realistically speaking, despite 7 goals. LA's up 3-1 on Anaheim, so it looks like they will take the 3 spot unless they choke it. But it's Matthias Janmark, Matthias Ekholm, Stuart Skinner getting the first goal of the game. Leon Draisaitl getting that 32nd power play marker of the year from Nugent Hopkins, and Connor McDavid, 67 assists for Nuge, 89 for McDavid. Noah Gregor, 10th goal of the season from Thomas Bordeleau and Steven Lorentz. And you think about it here, the Oilers' 50-win seasons, we've won the Cup 2 out of 3 times, and this will be the 4th to see if we're a 75% team or only 50-50. Evan Bouchard scores from Draisaitl's 75th assist and Kyler Yamamoto's 15th. Matthias Janmark, 10th goal, getting to double digits. That was huge. Derek Ryan with his 7th assist. And then it's Evander Kane finishing up with 16 goals on the year. Leon Draisaitl getting to point number 128 and tying Nikita Kucherov's second place since 05-06 season for points. And Cody Ceci picks up assist number 14 of the year. So Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl finish with 1 and 2, the best seasons since 05-06. That is absolutely nuts to think. Secondary to the Oilers doing that 50-win thing. And I think there's one other thing I'm missing in there somewhere. That, how about the best power play percentage in the history of the NHL since they kept track of that stat? That's a that's a pretty powerful one there as well, I must say. So for the Oilers, it's been a pretty special season. And you know what? Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. And that's exactly what we get to do all weekend before we start the long 16-win march to the Stanley Cup sometime in June. And obviously, too, we got 3 tough opponents in the West ahead of us. No matter who you're facing, it's going to be tough. Whether the Oilers handle them easily, that's not the question. Right now, you got to get through them to eventually meet somebody from the East in the Stanley Cup final. And there's good reason that it would be Boston in the Cup final. There is good chance that it could again be the Carolina Hurricanes in the Cup final to face us. So it's interesting to see how that all wraps together. And I'm sitting here last night, or during the live stream tonight, figuring out why there's no graphics showing for who's next between Boston, Carolina, all that. Well, that would explain itself rather quickly. They've played 82 games. There's nobody left. I thought there was a glitch on Sportsnet. No, that's not a glitch. Carolina clinches their division in game 82, so they will finish things off with a big win tonight against the Florida Panthers to secure the division. New Jersey and New York will face each other in round 1. Boston will face who? Boston will face the Florida Panthers, who were trying to avoid playing Boston, but ended up losing. New York will play the Carolina Hurricanes, New York Islanders in round 1. And then in the Western Conference, it will be Colorado potentially winning the division, so we can't even say who the matchups will be as of yet. The West is an absolute mess, my friends, and that's the best part about it. Guess what? Tomorrow night, when all is said and done, between the Colorado Avalanche and whoever they play tomorrow night, let's check the schedule. I will tell you when the video on Friday will be coming out to wrap everything up here. Might mess around and screw around and stream that. It's on Sportsnet now. That sucks. But Sabres and Blue Jackets doesn't matter. Avalanche and Predators is all that matters here tomorrow. And following that 8:50 finish, we will have the Friday night video to wrap it all up. Friends, for the final time in the 2022-2023 regular season, we'll put this back on because I got to say hats off to all you back home. Thank you so much for tuning in alongside me all season long here on the live streams and here on the post games that I've been able to do. And thank you for making this year the most special year in year 5 of doing this. And secondary to that said, quite honestly, the best year of doing this so far. It was a real special moment in the live stream tonight to be able to sit there as the season's wrapping up in the final live stream, and nobody's stressing about the game. Nobody's saying, oh crap, this Oilers player sucks. Nobody's saying, who are we picking in the top 10? No, we're literally talking about rock bands of yesteryear in the chat from pretty much midway through the second period to the end of the game. And that is where we are at. That is where we have come to as a fan base with this Edmonton Oilers team this year. It is amazing, friends. It is absolutely amazing. So thank you so much for the ride this year. And bigger and better things coming in the playoffs. That much I promise you. I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. I am up on out of here.